So we talked about Kyle Shanahan, how he might be at the end of his tenure as a head coach, at least with the 49ers, because take something out of you. Well, we saw another coach last night who has really been hanging on for a while. And he used to be considered one of, if not the greatest football coaches ever. And now he's kind of been a laughingstock for the last few years, especially last night. It's time to reassess Bill Belichick. Just a few years ago, people thought he had passed Bill Walsh. I think that's not the case, Dad. How would you compare the two?
Okay, I'm prejudiced. I covered Bill. I wrote a book about Bill, and late in Bill's life, when he was no longer someone I covered, we became friends. So I'm prejudiced. But Bill never lost the Super Bowl. Bill never lost the bowl game when he was at Stanford.
Mm-mm.
This guy, Belichick, he's lost. In addition, and this is a point I know that you believe and make, is that he had Brady. That when you come down to it, Brady was really the coach of the offense. And
Might have been the
Belichick's
head coach of the team.
he might have been. Belichick is a great defensive coordinator. I wouldn't say he's in the same league as Bill. No way.
Yeah, and with Belichick, it was always like, oh, he's so surly to the media. He doesn't have a personality. He's a hard ass to his players, but that's just the Patriot way. And he's built this incredible culture over there. The culture was Tom Brady. And the reason that Bill Belichick's disciples, like most of them, failed when they left New England is the same reason that Belichick failed when Tom Brady left or when he was in Cleveland when I was a kid or now that he's in North Carolina, because he's not a leader. He's a hard ass who needs someone like Tom Brady to be the leader.
Yeah. Iggy, why don't you go down, name some of the people in his tree, how they turned out?
Josh McDaniels went to a bunch of different organizations and always tried to be, a little dictator like Bill Belichick, and it never worked. Never worked. He keeps going back. He's back in New England right now. Romeo Crennel was a defensive coach who seemed like a genius when he was with Bill Belichick and then left and failed. Matt Patricia, even worse. Bill O'Brien, that was an offensive coach under, there's so many. Charlie Weiss, so many guys.
Right.
All of them. Whereas only guy, Mike Vrabel is pretty good, the player. He's a pretty good coach.
But whereas Bill, they were all over the league, people that he mentored and were great. Holmgren, Dennis Green,
yep,
Sam Weish,
yep,
right,
yeah.
I may be leaving people out,
and then those guys had, yeah, absolutely.
Seifert.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, Bill could be very cold. He could be very cold. And I think sometimes he needed to separate himself from the players. But he wasn't mean. He wasn't rude. He didn't make his players, he didn't diminish his players. Everything I hear about Belichick from players now who talk about him, he put them down.
Yep.
So-and-so at a junior college could make this pass or could make this. Bill never did that. He could be cold, but I don't think he was rude in that way. He didn't beat people down.
Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code Cohn, COHN, and download the app now. And again, like people would say that it was so incredible the way he would talk to his players. But the only reason that worked, being so demeaning, is because Tom Brady let him do it. So Tom Brady figured, if I let this coach talk to me that way, then every player will have to take it, and I'm setting the tone for the culture of the team. But it only worked because Tom Brady would sit there and nod when freaking Belichick would say some stuff like, the guy at the high school down the street can make this throw and you can't. What are you doing? Well, we'll see what happens when I go to Tampa and you're stuck here. We'll see. But sure, yeah, you could talk to me like that. Sure.
So in that regard, if it's correct, then Brady was a hero on the Patriots because he took it for the good of the team.
And it's, again, Walsh had Montana, but then he left and went back to Stanford and had a good season and won a bowl game. I mean, maybe Belichick's going to turn it around, but that looked like a freaking joke last night in North Carolina.
And when Bill won a bowl game, he won it against Penn State.
Yep.
He won it against a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Didn't he beat Notre Dame that year too when he had John Lynch and they had Jerome Bettis?
Yeah. They beat him at Notre Dame.
Yeah. I don't think Bill Belichick's going to do anything like that this year.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just want to thank Bill Belichick for sticking around long enough for us to understand how overrated he truly was. I mean, he could have retired 10 years ago. We never would have known. So that was nice. I'm sure Walsh appreciates it.
I have another thing to say about Belichick, and this is more personal. I never met him, but I saw, online a lot of his news conferences. He was so nasty to the media. He was so nasty. Why? Why would you do that? We're professionals. We try hard. We mean well. And he made us feel like scum of the earth. I don't think that's nice. I don't think that's professional. And I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, Bill, I apologize. I heard that if you didn't like a media member, you might try to get his credential revoked. I heard it. If the rumor is incorrect, I apologize. I haven't checked on it, but I don't think that's a nice thing to do. I think that coaches get paid enough that they should be able to answer tough questions if they're fair.
I think his ultimate legacy on the league isn't the rings he won. I think it's the tone he set with the media. And I mean, the whole thing about closing your practices, that's him, because he did it. And also he was caught videotaping other people's practices and walkthroughs. So he turned the league into like all out war. Like, no, it's not just on the field. This is total warfare. It's at the meeting. It's at your practice field. It's on the sidelines. It's any type of way that we can get some extra information. We're going to do it. Any edge we can. I mean, that's the league he kind of created. And I think it sucks.
I think it sucks.
Yeah.
It's not really collegial.
We got to shut out the media because this coach over there might be looking for some type of edge he shouldn't be looking for. No, that's not how this league should work.
No. And it's not how it used to work.
No. So, Bill, every time you lose in North Carolina, people are going to kind of giggle a little bit because of the emperor and the dictator that you made yourself out to be for so long.
So there, Bill.
In your face. Mitty Mitt says, think Brown's regression has to do with losing Wilkes. Possible. They could trade him to the Jets if Wilkes still wants him, or if he wants him. Seven Dennis says, Tom Brady used to sit behind me as a kid at the stick for 10 years. Tom sat up section 10, row 18, seats 1 through 4. Wow.
Okay, but you see, what I want to know is, what was he like? I don't want to know where he sat. That's cool. That's a detail. What was he like?
Yeah. Could you tell that he was going to be the greatest quarterback of all time? Or was he just a guy eating popcorn?
Yeah.
Seven Dennis, let us know. All 9876 says, what would be an example of an unfair question a reporter would ask? An unfair question a reporter would ask.
Okay. Seriously, unfair question. I heard that you were having marital problems. Does that affect your coaching?
Yeah.
You can't ask a question like that. You don't bring a person's private life into it.
Yep.
How's that for an unfair question? You wouldn't go near it.
Yeah, that's a great one. It's a great example.
Yeah.
He's good, guys. He's been doing this. Well, that's the show for today. Cohn Zone. We got 1 o'clock Pacific for the 20th show in a row. This is our best one, but this one was clearly our best one. It was by far our best one. And Dad, you did good.
Thank you. So did you, son.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Dad, I love you.
I love you, son. I'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later. See you guys.